Our Israeli FTMO Trader Bar is still fairly new to trading. However, with $35,000 already received from FTMO thanks to his gold strategy, he's already reaching some decent results.
I take multiple trades. I don't take one trade and let it run. I have multiple entries.
Welcome to today's interview where Bar joins us from Thailand. So, hello Bar, how are you doing?
Oh, good and great. How are you?
Nice, I'm fine as well. For those of you who don't know, FTMO is a prop trading firm, and we are looking for trading talents who can manage our FTMO accounts with up to $200,000. So, Bar, you've been trading for not too long. So, I saw that you've been trading with us for about a year. Is that correct?
Even not with you about a year. I'm trading about a year. With FTMO, I think 3 or 4 months, something like that.
Okay, wow. So, what were your beginnings for trading? What really got you into trading at the first place?
I was in the marketing world for a lot of time and deal with customers and do a lot of stuff, business. And one day I just say, okay, I don't have energy anymore for clients, and I don't want to be stuck in one place in the world. And I look about all the options, and trading was the best option available to do just that. And you can basically do how much you want. You just need the skill to make X% a month,
Mm-hmm.
and then you just need to scale the money. So this is what makes me inside trading, and yeah, I love it.
Okay. So, a question we ask pretty much every time. What were your beginnings like? Where did you gain the knowledge, the education to start trading? Was it the internet, the YouTube? Were you part of some community? Or what was it?
Basically, YouTube, a lot of YouTube videos, a lot of courses. Courses I started just not long ago, but basically just YouTube, and I took a lot information from a lot of places like Island, also SMC, and also price section and Wyckoff, and all the things that available online. And then I was confused, so I just choose what looked good to me, and this is how I learned basically.
Okay, so were you practicing with demo account for a while, or did you start right away with a real account with money?
I just started right away with my account, not funded account. Lost a lot of money, uh, but it was worth it.
Mm-hmm.
And
So you think it was like necessary to gain the experience to actually be able to move forward?
I think me, I need to lose to win. Yeah, I think it's type of people. I don't know to learn because someone told me, or I don't have the time to spend on a demo account. Although I think this is the best thing that you can do is do a demo account and then $100 real account, and like slowly steps. But I need it fast, and all my life I was like fast, fast, fast. So I prefer to lose $10,000 to make it much faster.
Mm-hmm.
Understand? So this is
Okay.
how I.
Interesting. So, when I was looking at the way you trade at your FTMO account, I saw that you are currently specializing at gold only. So you're trading only gold, nothing else, right?
Currently, yeah, but I plan to get to inside more currencies, but currently just gold. Yeah,
Okay, so why is that? Why do you prefer gold to other assets?
I think I just when I started to learn from the start, I was going to a lot of live streams of YouTubers, and these YouTubers always trade gold, and I just became familiar with how gold is moving. So I have more. I feel like I know it, So it's uh, I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
just I feel like I know it. So for me, it's the best currently.
Yeah, yeah, I know what you're talking about, right? When you spend enough time trading some certain pair, you sort of, as you said, you get to know it, and you start feeling the guts of it. So you can,
Yeah,
you can know what to expect better than when you trade something that you really have no experience with.
exactly.
Okay, so are you a technical trader, or do you consider the fundamentals as well?
I use both. I'm more technical trader, but I do understand that fundamentals is what drive the market. Technicals, it's to time the market. Fundamentals is what drives the market, what direction and where it will go. It's fundamentals. So I do read the COT report
Mm-hmm.
and this kind of stuff, but mostly I'm on the chart because I'm currently trading, day trading and scalping. So
Mm-hmm. Okay. So the when you open a position on gold, the way you set your stop loss, is it like fixed, so you always like risk 1%, or is it variable? So depending on what the market looks like, what the price looks like, you decide how much you should risk.
um, it's variable on how much probability I think the trade got. If I think I have high probability, I would may risk more.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have like 1% rule, but I do have 4% rule that I will never exceed because I know that I need to, in FTMO, you must be below the 5%. So I'm going to the 4. I don't want to be even close to the 5, but it's like 1 in 1,000 trades. Like most of my trades is between 1% to 2%.
Mm-hmm.
And uh, as I said, I'm kind of beginner. So someday I'm going to make it 1% for all the trades, I think. But let's see
Mm-hmm.
what
Well, you say you're kind of a beginner, but with us, the total profits you made were around 40,000 already. So you're doing very
yeah.
well with us. So congratulations again. Now, I noticed that you are trading pretty much the whole day, that you don't have a specific session that you like, that you don't trade only the, let's say, London Open, but you open trades during the whole day. So how much time do you spend trading on a typical day?
Not as much as it looks like because uh, I'm not on my computer all the time that I'm trade. Like I can be, I can just mark some levels and then I'm going to the restaurant. Like I'm right now in the restaurant and I'm also in the trade while we are talking. I'm
Mm-hmm.
the trade is running, but you know I'm trading right now, but I'm not really on it. I
Mm-hmm.
put my tip, I put my stop loss and. If it's happening, it's happen, and also I put alerts. So if certain price is going uh, above or below, so I'm looking for 2 minutes just to see what's going on and decide what I do. So I think on the charts, like 2 hours a day, this is the maximum.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you use the set and forget rule. So you open a trade, set a stop loss, set a take profit, then you just let it run.
Yeah, and sometimes because of the alerts, sometimes I'm closing before or manage the loss, but I let it run most of the time and take partials in some places. And yeah,
All right, okay. Well, thank you for the introduction, and let's take a look at the way you trade. Gold is our most popular trading symbol. Do you trade it as well? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of the upcoming interviews. All right, so here we have the gold chart that you prepared for us. So again, the only part you currently trade. So go ahead and give us a little intro on how do you actually work with the platform.
yeah. So basically, what I do first of all, I look at the direction where currently I see gold going on the high time frame. For me, it looks go down. So I probably will search for shorts. It doesn't that I can take longs also, but probably I will search for shorts. And then I'm going to the lower time frames, and What I look for most of the time, I'm going to the 1 minute. I have 15 minutes. I'm looking just to see if it's broke structure somewhere, and it broke. Yeah, it's going up. But then I'm going to the 1 minute, and basically when it's break structure to the downside with my high time frame, uh, high time frame direction. So I'm going into the trade. So for example, I would go here into trade, and
Mm-hmm.
I did take this trade, but I took it before, like here, because it broke here. And I my kind of how I trade is I take multiple trades. I don't take one trade and let it run. I have multiple entries.
So you
So
scale in the position basically.
I scale in and I scale out also. For
Uh-huh.
example, if it go against my trade, I will scale also on the different side. And most of the time, I have like fixed stop loss, like 50, 60, 70 pips. It depends on where the last high was. So, for example, it probably will be, it was here,
Mm-hmm.
something like here in this area, because it's above this high. And yeah, basically it's that simple. I use one indicator to help me when I do it. It's the VWAP,
Mm-hmm.
and I use the standard deviations. So basically, when it touches the third standard deviation, basically here, this is will be my next entry. Like this is my last entry today. I took from here, I took shorts all the way, all the way, all the way, and here I put most of my position, and then I'm waiting for like TP. I will put in the VWAP MA.
Mm-hmm.
So here's my TP. I just touch my TP, and also when I go out partials, and I'm moving my stop loss. So I didn't go out with all my position here. I went with the half of the position, and the other half I will stop. I will move the stop. It will be a trailing stop, and I my second TP is right here, somewhere between the second and first deviations.
Mm-hmm. So,
So
do you open the scale in positions on the deviation levels? So, let's say if you want to scale in, you open the first half of the position on the second deviation and the other half of the position on the third deviation.
I use it as confluence. I'm not using it to
Uh
open,
huh.
but for example, if I do, for example, here we did a break of structure, and also we went down below the standard deviation. So here I will get another entry,
Mm-hmm.
and you see sometimes it's going against me, but it's not, like, because I'm doing like average cost kind of average dollar kind of strategy. So it's okay for me to have I have entry here, 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 here. So most of the time I have 8 entries for one trade.
Mm, okay.
So
And do you also have 8 exits?
no. Exits, most of the time it's two exits, like 50% and 50%, but sometimes I let it run. It depends what I see on the chart.
Mm-hmm. All right. So you open a position, then you basically sometimes manage it as well, depending on how the price develops.
Yeah, as I said, I work a lot on intuition.
Uh huh.
So I see, like, even if I feel, and I know trading is not with feeling, and I not should do it as all the trading gurus and everyone said, but for me it's kind of work currently, and I hope that one day I will not need to use it. I will just be as professional as just act without it. But
Mm-hmm.
currently, it's working well for me.
Okay. You said you're using the trailing stop. So, if I got it correct, so you close the first half of the position, and for the other half, you use trailing stop to close it, right?
Yeah, the for example, now my stop is currently here, and if we wasn't right now in a call, I would put it here, like above the last tie. And if it will go lower, I will make it stop here. So basically, I'm always in profit. Uh,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
this
Have you tried this strategy with the deviation on some other pairs as well, or are you practicing it on gold only?
Currently, I did it just on gold. Um, I want to become really professional on gold before I'm going to the next pairs. But I plan to do it. I plan to start backtesting other pairs as well. Um, I didn't try it yet, but if someone want to try, can try. Maybe it's working well.
All right. Well, awesome. Thank you for giving us the introduction, for showing us how it's right. And let's take a brief look into your account matrix. Okay, brief look into the account matrix. So here we have your last FTMO account that you had the profits put on. So what we can see right away is that you are pretty consistent, which is very nice. Apart from the beginning, so we can see that you went into about $6,000 drawdown. So do you remember what happened there? What was the reason?
This is psychological because I made here like a profit in the same day. You can see, like I
Ah.
made profits, and when I made the profits, so sometimes I let myself to risk more because
You already feel
uh,
like you're the king. I made profit. Let's get even more.
not exactly, but yeah, like a little bit, but also because FTMO have the 5% rule, so it's 5% per
Ah.
day. So if if I made 2% before in the same day, so I like allow myself to spend 4% on the next trade. But this is something I work on. It's wrote on my problems, like with like this is something that happened to me. I think 3 times since I start trading with FTMO like 2 months, and I address it. And now I'm working on stop after the first trade that I win in the day, because my log is showing that every time that I trade after a winning trade in the same day, I'm losing.
Okay, wow,
So
that's interesting.
yeah,
Okay, cool. Other than that, we can see that you've been pretty consistent. No big substantial losses, so that's very nice. Now, if you could please scroll further to see the trading objectives. Let's see what we have here. Okay, so yeah, we can see that you didn't nearly needed the 5% daily loss and not even the 10% max loss. Around 3.5% drawdown in both, so that's very nice. Let's see what we have there next. So, risk to reward, or reward to risk, actually, as we have it here. So, here it was below 1, but when I looked at your other accounts, it is usually above 1. So, usually you risk
yeah.
less than you get the than you want to get a reward. So,
Yeah.
any idea why was it different here?
I think just because the one day that I made 4% loss,
Mm-hmm.
because um, I trade with multiple trades. So I think there is 10 trades there. So it's not one trade that I lost more than usual. It's like giving it like 10 average losses more than usual. So I think this is the only reason.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, it's not something. Also, when my RR is more than one, so it's not two. It's 1.2, 1.3. It's like also low. So I focus more on the win rate. Um,
Mm-hmm.
there
Yeah.
is one trader that I learned from him a lot. That is trading like his RR is like -10. He's trading 0.1 RR, and
Oh, okay.
it's yeah, but he is profitable. So I just learned from him. I don't say this is what you should do, but what I learned from this is that you need to work how it work for you. Like you don't need to be okay. I will do 3 hour, and this is what I would do.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yeah, I absolutely agree. And we have also had here multiple different traders where you could see that somebody was really focusing on a high reward to risk, right? These people were not taking that many trades. The win rate might have been below 50%, but thanks to this, they were being profitable. And same for the other half, right? We also had traders who were risking more than they could receive, but their win rate was just high enough to be profitable. And same here. So we have a win rate of almost 70%. So that's very nice. Okay, so let's scroll further. Let's check what we have in the trading journal. Let's see the actual trades. So all of it is gold, as we can see, and the duration is also quite interesting. So as you said, you are a day trader, so most of these positions are held within a few hours. But I noticed further down that there were some positions, if I remember correctly, that were held over a few days. Is that right?
um, I don't think in few days, maybe 2 days, or because it's weekend, so was more than 2 days. But most of the time, I'm closing. Just if I see that I really think that something is going to change, I will not close in the same day.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Uh, Maybe we can see. I don't know. I don't
It
remember
might have
one
been
day.
some other FTMO account of yours. Might be
Uh,
a different one. Not exactly sure.
Awesome. Yeah, like one day I can make the trade more than one day. I don't have limitation on anything. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? I
You have a
don't have.
swing account type, so you don't need to worry about closing the trade each
Yeah,
day.
yeah, yeah. I just yeah.
Cool. So let's go to the bottom of the page. Let's see the last few stats. So open time hour. This is what I've been talking about. You, as we can see, you are trading pretty much during the whole day. You are not limited to one single session. Most of your profitable positions were buys. So that's probably due to the fact that gold was bullish recently. And
Mhm. Yeah.
if we go to the absolute bottom of the page, let's see the volume. Okay, you're not trading positions that big, which is very nice. Often we see traders who are trying to make quick money and are entering very large positions, and that is the
Yeah.
fastest road to to violating your trading objectives. So happy to see that this is a different case. And yeah,
And
only gold.
I think it's also psychological. It's hard to trade like big lot size. Maybe just for me, but big lot size is like make you nervous fast. If you now in drawdown, even if it's little bit drawdown, it's going fast. So this is why I also do multiple entries, because if I go into my TP before I'm going to another entry that I wanted to take, so okay, so I profit a little bit. But at least if it's going to the other side, I'm not in huge drawdown, and you understand.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's better to trade like that.
All right. Well, thank you for the explanation, and let's move on to the final part of the interview and talk a bit about the psychology. Do you want to improve on your trading psychology? Check out our podcast Performance Talks, where our psychologists and performance coaches Michael and Nelly discuss the psychological issues traders often face. Now let's check out Bar's approach. Psychology today, something that you talked about. You talked about some, let's say, issues or some obstacles psychological that you had to move over. So yeah, you are still quite new to trading, as you said. You're trading for about a year. So what is your current psychological state? Do you think you have it mastered, or is there like still some things that you need to overcome?
No, I have few things that I need to overcome. One is not to be too greedy, and the other thing, I think too greedy is my biggest psychological issue, I will say. um, because a lot of time I'm in good profits, and I take the profits, and right after, like, I'm going inside the trade thinking that I'm genius, and and then lose all the profits.
I think this is
Uh,
probably the first obstacle people usually face, right? Because this is so common, right? When you make a lot of money, the psychological state really changes. So I think everybody who is trading and is watching this interview probably knows what you're talking about.
yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. So this is the first. This is the first thing. Uh, with losses, I don't have so much problem. Like I have the understand that okay, so I lost. It's part of it. I just I just made the 20% in the last 2 months, so it's okay if I lost 3 or 4% for a second, and I will make them back, and it's part of my journey. Um, so in this side, I'm okay. Yeah, the basically the wins are more difficult for me than the loss.
Hmm.
Uh,
Do you think
but
that this is gonna be cured only by experience? Like the more you're gonna trade, the more you're gonna understand how to work with yourself, and the more you're gonna be able to, let's say, mitigate the influence of these emotions. Or have you already been checking? I don't know, because what I saw that some traders they attend psychological courses, they read books, right? They do some advanced stuff to be able to help them. So, are you planning to do something like that, or do you think it's just all about experience?
I think it's 95% about experience and 5% about addressing the problem. Like you need to understand that you have a problem, and you need to understand exactly what is the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, like for me, it's when I take the win, not inside the trade. Sometimes inside the trade, I take the all the profits and all good. But after I took the win, so 5 minutes after, I can like, okay, now it's going to the other side. Now it's going
Mm-hmm.
to. So you need to address the specific problem, and then just every time that you see you want to do it, just go and don't. And yeah, and I think with time and experience, it will uh, it will vanish from my trading.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I had these emotions as well, and it is exactly the way you say it. All right, Bart, thank you for being here today. I really enjoyed talking to you. I think the interview was very nice. And if you have something you want to tell to anyone, some last words, some advice, or some shout out, anything you want to say before we finish, now's our time.
Yeah, I will say. Um, Look, I'm started trading long time, not long time ago, really like less than a year, and I started in the worst time in my life, like from the money side. I didn't have money, like, and everyone outside will tell you, don't do it if you don't have money, don't trade, don't do money and then trade because it will affect your psychological. And what I want to say is that you don't must to listen to anyone that says something. Like it's not 100% true to you. And for me, this trading and FTMO uh, is life changing. Like it's really life changing for me. So it's important for me to say it. And if someone have problems, it can be also. Uh, uh, be a solution. Like trading is a solution for the problem. It's not just for investing, not just for to make more money. It can make you out of the problems. So
Nice.
that's it.
And that is FTMO. And that's it for today. Thank you for watching, everyone. Huge congratulations to Bart on his results, and I wish you a beautiful day. Goodbye.